All praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Harakha Kodash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to Yakim, bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. So I want to throw this disclaimer out there as well. I got this from Elder Yashawamba's video. But it's the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, and news reporting, teaching, which this lesson is teaching, scholarship, education, right, meaning to draw from within, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So I want to throw this disclaimer on there because I have a lesson on this video here. Bobby Womack. Oh, man. Turn this down. But it's called Bobby Womack. I wish he didn't trust me so much, man. Now, this today was my first time actually hearing about this video. And Lord will, I'm not sure if that audio was picked up, but I'll say it now. You know, today was my first day learning about this song and hearing like the first 40 seconds to a minute, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing, man. But this just goes to show you how black culture has been just pure degeneracy, and how Jake as a whole needs to reset, man. Because in this society, a wickedness is upheld, and here it is, a Bobby Womack, you know, for men or women that may not know, you know, he's popular for the song "If You Think You're Lonely Now, Wait Until Tonight." But this song is based off of, you know, wickedness in which he performed. You know, the artist known as Sam Cooke, right? Everybody know who Sam Cooke is. Bobby Womack made this song to say how he was dealing with Sam Cooke and his relationship, right? So I'm gonna play it, and like the fair use, you know, I played the fair use for that point, but I'm gonna let it play, man. And you heard that, man. You know, I don't know if the lyrics are here, but I'm gonna see. 1 second. Right, so these are the lyrics, and I'm gonna read them. Said, I'm the best friend he's got. I give him the shirt off my back. He knows he can trust me with his life, but each time he leaves me alone with his wife. I wish he didn't trust me so much. I think he really trusts me too much. How can he be so blind? We both got the same good taste, but he should know when he's going on his business trips. I can't help watching his woman, but I'm losing my grip. So this nigga was committing adultery with Sam Cooke's wife, man. Right? And somebody in the comments, you know, spoke about the history as well. And I want to get into the scriptures, man. Because I didn't know this, you know, but this goes to show why black culture is so detrimental to the Israelite, you know, spirit, man. Because it's not only songs like this by Bobby Womack. Hey, but everybody has heard that song, Me and Mrs. Jones, right? That song is about all adultery. The top songs in Jake's community is all about wickedness, man. Right? But let's grab a precept because I've spoken enough. It's time for a precept to come out. It's coming from the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus. And then I'll get back to it. This Sirach 9:9, and it reads, Matter of fact, I'm going to start here at 8. It says, Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, right? Because that woman is property. And this is why we hate, another reason as to why we hate the way that this society is set up. Because under Esau, Edom, there are no bounds for women, man. You looking at a woman, you don't know whether she has a man or not, right? And even if she does, she'll act as if she doesn't in this society. And E gives her that liberty to gad abroad, right? And men are following that same trend because they're not putting their woman in check. So adultery is rampant here in Babylon the Great, man. For example, you look at something like movie stars and their marriages with other movie stars. Here it is, you have a wife. Hey, but your wife is on screen kissing another man for a scene. That's adultery, man. She shouldn't even been doing that. Music videos, right? You have your wife that's a dancer or in the industry, right? Now here it is, she's on camera, on scene, showing forth images with another man. America promotes adultery, man. As the elders and apostles have always say, man, sin is one of the biggest businesses in this world, man. Because the profit off of it is great. And I don't mean profit like getting the advantage. I mean profit monetarily. The bigger demon you are, the more the more fame you have, the more money you get, the more status you acquire. Showing you that this world is completely turned upside down, right? It says, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. Sit not at all with another man's wife, right? Sit not at all with another man's wife. So Bobby Womack was doing that, man. Him and Sam Cooke were close. And it got to the point that this nigga Bobby Womack was literally sleeping with Sam Cooke's wife without him knowing. Right? And look at Jake in the comments. Bobby Womack was low down, but this song was a hit. Right? Forget all the comments. He sung the hell out of this song. This is how Jake thinks, man. Right? His conscience made him make this song. Really, it was the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai that made him, admit it, But nevertheless, he still did this. Looking. Let's see. Jake is sick, man. It's somewhere in here. But nevertheless, the comment basically read something along the lines of Bobby Womack, after Sam Cooke died, he showed up to, Sam Cooke's funeral with his wife, with Sam Cooke's clothes on. He drove Sam Cooke's car there. Just a low-down, dirty nigga. Right. The original Mr. Stereo Girl. And Jake is laughing, but those type of artists are promoted heavily here. Trey Songz, that's his moniker on his name, Mr. Stereo Girl. Right? So it's not as if this is a new trend among Jake. Jake has always been, adulteresses, man. Or adulterers. And that's why the scriptures tell us, hey, that's a sin. Right? Right, here it is. This song is a cold piece. The fact that he showed up to Sam's Cooke funeral with Sam's wife / widow in his car and in his clothes. This song was his confession. The original confessions. Right? So I'm going to read that again. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms. Right? Trying to console her or confide to her. It says, and spend not thy money with her at the wine. Right? Getting drunk with her. Drinking with her. Hey, because what? Those drinks are called spirits for a reason. Next thing you know, y'all been into each other. Then you're flirting. So forth and so on, man. It says, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. Plain. Let's grab another precept. This is coming from the book of Proverbs. the 6th chapter, and the 32nd verse. And it reads, "But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul." Right? "A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance." And that's why what was going around the last 2-3 weeks, a month ago, was the one Jake who found out that his 3 children, well, whom he thought was his 3 children, weren't. The woman lied about all 3. And Jake basically went to her job and shot her, man. Right? And chased her. He was trying to put her to death, man. Bring forth judgment unto her. Because jealousy is the rage of a man. Now, the scriptures say opposite about a woman, about a woman being jealous about another woman. And I'll grab that. Right? Because women are created to share. And ultimately, a man was created to have multiple women. But the women were made to only have one man. This is This Sirach 26:6. "But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all." Right? That's why you see in the ancient days, for example, you take a look at Abraham, you take a look at Isaac, and even Jacob, their women brought them other women, or they had multiple women, man. And the women they had were fine with it, right? Because that's the natural order and way of things, right? So that was the point there. Just hitting these precepts, making sure they're touched, getting all the meat off of them. That was Proverbs 6. I think it was a little bit more in Proverbs 6. I think the last verse. "Yeah, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom." You can't pay him off. "Neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts." Meaning saying, when that rage is set, you can't buy him off. There's no action that you can do in order to, quell that anger, man. But you see, black culture promotes all these different types of wickedness, whether it be killing your own brother, your neighbor, right? Whether it be committing adultery, whoremongering. We can go on and on and on. Our people promote that. And ultimately, it's Esau, because he can make it to as if those type of artists and songs don't make it through and become mainstream. He can stop those artists in whole from producing music and allow artists with actual talent, and a better spirit, so to speak, be the heads of the music industry and the hot new artists, man. But he rather promote black culture into Jake to keep you in that docile spirit, man. Because music is vibration. And the music that you listen to, what you allow to enter into your spirit, affects you. That's why I always bring up the fact MC8, the rapper, he made that album Music to Drive By. And he said, when he put that album out, homicides amongst Jake started to go up, man. And they show you that movie Boys in the Hood, right? They turned that music up when they was doing the drive-by, so everybody getting that same, demonic spirit of executing wickedness, right? So I'm going to close out with this in the book of Sirach 37, because the scriptures warn us on how to navigate, man. The Sirach 37, verse 2. It says, I'm going to start at the top. It says, "Every friend saith, I am his friend also, but there is a friend which is only a friend in name," right? Because you have to be a friend in deed, in action. And here it was. He said, "I'm the best friend he's got. I give him the shirt off my back. He knows he can trust me with his life," right? So he's saying this, but each time he leaves me alone with his wife, right? And that's both of them. Sam Cooke should have never left, Bobby Womack alone with his woman. But nevertheless, Bobby Womack should never touched Sam Cooke's woman, man. Right? It says, "Though I swear all is not my will, but there's something about the way she make me feel. Lord, I'm scared, so scared of what I do if she starts feeling the same way too." Man, I don't even want to keep reading this shit, man. That's sick. Sirach 37:2, it says, "Is it not a grief unto death when a companion and friend is turned to an enemy?" And that's ultimately what happened. But I don't believe Sam Cooke knew to or came to the understanding of it. But hey, he admitted it, right? But that's just, hey man, Jake needs a hard reset. You know, it's tough reading those lyrics. It's like, damn, this is the state we're in. You know, we come from princes of the powers to niggas and hoes, man. To, you know, all the bywords. Jake fits the bywords. They fit the curses. Just another reason as to why, hey, we're not gonna have any sympathy when Jake gets judged, because you have niggas in society today that get off on only dealing with other men's women. That's a culture amongst Jake. Oh, I can steal your bitch, man. That's how Jake gets down. You know? So that's the point, you know. Don't have to make this lesson too lengthy. The point is understood. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the body. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakah HaKodash. A double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom to Yakim, bringing out this word in diligence and in truth. Shalom.